But let's back it up. Let's back it up to Saturday night. So Bellator, live free, and only on Spike TV, Mitrione versus Fedor. Also the return of Josh Koscheck, which should be a little bit bigger, but when you got Fedor on top of the bill with Mitrione, you're just not going to get the exposure. But that's also, listen, it's about time, is really what it is. About time Koscheck got back in there. Looks great. I saw him 4 or 5 months ago. He hadn't gained a pound. He looks as fit as can be. And I don't know what's taking so long. So let's get him back in there. But let's focus on this Fedor thing. You're only as good as your last fight. He won his last fight. It was against Maldonado, but boy, he did not look good. Maldonado moved up a weight class, took it on short notice, beat the living hell out of Fedor. It was a tremendous, tremendous robbery. And they gave it to Fedor. But I will say this about Fedor. He pushed hard that whole time. He gave everything he had all 15 minutes. He is a guy that will go out there and compete, and that's what Mitrione has to be ready for. I think Mitrione's the better athlete. I think that Mitrione can beat him to the punch. He's got some pounds on him. He's got some youth on him. But he's going to need to fight for 15 minutes because Fedor's got him.
I'm looking forward to that fight. I'm looking forward to that card. Josh Thompson's fighting, Koscheck's fighting, and Czech Congo's fighting. All on the main event.
Stay on Fedor. Stay on Fedor, though, for a second. Do you agree with the assessment that I just gave? I mean, if you look at his last fight and how rough he looked, is that the guy you think shows up? Because if you're Mitrione, no. The guy that you're watching tapes of, the guy that you think you're going to be standing across is the Fedor of 2007.
Listen, man, I know very little about most things in life. I think we can agree on that. But one thing I do know is I know competition. And I know you only have a very short window to be your best. Fedor's is over. It's done, people. He's going to get mopped up. He's going to get washed out. If there's anybody that's putting Fedor as a favorite, go get your money. And this isn't a knock against Fedor. He was the greatest in the world for a good period of time, but that time is over. Mitrione is going to tee him up like a softball getting pitched to Chris Bryant.
You think that it's as simple as that, huh? Because, don't forget, you still got some head games going on. Don't forget, Mitrione's taking on a guy that he looks up to, that he literally watched and was one of the reasons he got in the sport, and Mitrione will admit as such. He's in a main event. He's got a lot of press. He's got a lot of pressure. They're going to do good numbers. They're going to have a packed house out there. You do have some intangibles like that. If you think that Mitrione doesn't have to go out and compete, you're wrong.
I will shave my head up here if Fedor wins that fight.
Really?
Yes. We'll do the old head shave.
Okay. I'm on board with that.
Absolutely, he's going to win that fight.
All right, well, we're going to find out. So that's going down next Saturday. We're going to be out there. I get to call that fight. I'm staying out of that one as far as the way my opinion goes.
You're calling that fight.
Yeah, I will give my assessment, which I just did. But as far as an opinion and who's going to win, I'm curious. I don't believe it is a slam dunk for either guy. I think it's likely to end in a finish, and I think both guys have the ability to get their hand raised. I think that it's going to be lopsided one way or the other. And when I close my eyes and picture that through, I can just see both guys getting over on the other one. So let's see what happens there. Hey, you're wearing pantyhose today.